Your bloodline,
it's in my
baby.
blood, and you will never. Talking about pimping, been since pimping, since been pimping, since been pimping.
It's in your bloodline,
It's in my
baby.
blood, and you
It's
will
in
never
your
be that.
If you want to crown them, then crown their ass. But they are who we thought they were.
You're just a flightless bird.
Man! Yes! Can I get an amen?
Ever.
Single as French toast.
All these German shepherds.
Man! Yes!
People don't even want to engage with black women because that attitude is very rough.
Single as French toast.
Baby, I want you. Girl, I know you got a body I like. Can a nigga get in them good?
Come on.
Yes. Somebody's girl is at this party. You and me having sex.
I want to talk to you.
If you want to crown them, then crown their ass. But they are who we thought they were.
Okay. Let's go. Class is in session. I got good information today. I think you brothers would enjoy it. You know, this is good work. This work is so good that I believe I'm gonna make some TikToks out of this stuff. This is important work. Okay? This work is so important that I think I'm gonna make some TikToks. This is everything. This work is so important, I'm not gonna even do it all in one shot because I need different sets of viewers to participate in this type of, warfare. This is the work I've been trying to find. I ain't gonna lie. I have found stuff that's good, but this is what it is. Nothing. Now I'm doing this almost as an emergency. My gladiator's home off of work and everything. But I'm doing this almost as an emergency. Because this is good stuff. This is everything the Pussycat Facts Report does to the gladiators. I mean, this is, premium shit. This is premium shit. You know? Somebody got to step in the building, though.
they turn their head to the side and act like they don't smell it.
Tell me, do you know the difference between a black man and a nigger?
Yeah. Give me some love, baby.
You're not gonna hate man.
You're just a flightless bird.
It's going down. Where is my people? Where art thou, son? Gotta wait for you niggas and all this shit. It's ridiculous. Let me know you in the building, man. I got important work. What is the title? Class is in session. How the P.C.F. report affects the gladiators. Through their own words, not mine. This is the work. I mean, I've showed it many times before, but this is the work I'm talking about. This is the shit I want niggas to be a part of. You know? Brandon, that's all I need. All I need is one nigga. Let's go, Brandon.
You're not gonna hate man.
Let's cook. This is that work, Brandon. Brandon, look, this is the work right here. This is the shit. Now, I've taught everything. I've taught what is the P.C.F? What is this? What is that? How does this put into play? How is that put into play? How they hostage? How they fleece? What happens to the man after the fact? He has nobody to turn to. Who wears the burden of embarrassment and heartbreak? Everything. And it all with honesty through your gladiator sisters, with honesty through the sisters. Hold on, something ain't switch. Oh, I see what happened. I gotta share the screen. With honesty out of your sisters, homie. You understand? Okay, let me put that up there. With honesty out of your sisters, homie. That's the good part. I guess I can't change the color of that. But anyway, I wanted to change the color. With honesty out of your sisters. This is some work you gonna see, player. Honesty out of your sisters. I have. Okay. I want to yeah, the comments could stay up top. What should I? Sorry about that. I could put this at the bottom and that at the top. At least that's how I thought it was. Anyway, let's cook. Here we go, brother Brandon. We had other people in the building, but they left. They done fucked up. This is the ultimate work. This is everything this is like all my work wrapped into one. All of my work wrapped into one scenario, man. I'm fine with it. What you will experience today is how the Pussycat Facts report affects women. A lot of times they don't talk about it, and let's just jump into it. We're going to break down this scenario.
What's good, gorgeous people? So I wanted to talk about having endometriosis and being in relationships.
Now, this particular illness would be endometriosis. Okay, we did P.C.F. I was trying to. A lot of those P.C.F. girls, they don't tell their men anything, and they're not too honest. Only some, but these girls are pretty honest, as you're about to see. All right. Here we go.
And this is something I don't really find easy to talk about, but I really want to talk about it because it's been on my.
I know she's talking fast. I don't know how to slow it down, but she said, I find this hard to talk about. We all know that already. Let's go.
Something I don't really find easy to talk about, but I really want to talk about it because it's been on my mind a lot lately. I have been locked in for the past 2 or 3 years where I haven't even thought about dating because
I have been locked in for the past 2 or 3 years where I haven't even thought about dating. But ma'am, you're light skinned. You got your extensions on. You look nice. What would be the problem?
to just getting this house and getting certain things out of life. And now that I've got my house, I'm just like, oh, okay.
She's got a house. She's successful, Brother Brandon. Brother Brandon, she's successful. She got her own house. Come on.
I've got my house. I'm just like, oh, okay. What's going on? What's good? And the thing is, I haven't had the most luck in this area. I haven't had the most luck at all. The way it's gone for me has typically been person is interested. We date for a little bit. Person realizes I deal with a lot of pain. Person doesn't want to deal with it and they're off.
We date for a little bit. The person realized the Pussycat Facts report. She's saying it different. She's saying the person finds out I deal with a lot of pain. It's not something that you want to sit around and talk over dinner with the guy, right? So he has to find this sort of information out. How? How does he find it out, Prince? Because he trying to get some of this boxer. She like, oh, I'm in pain. And he say, oh, okay, take it easy. Then he waits a week later and he's like, yo, I'm trying to get some of this box. He's like, yo, I'm in pain, right? And then he tries to get some of this box and she says, okay, I'll deal with the pain for you and I'll give you this box. And guess what happens after that? Her period. HD Live, what's good? This is the #1 class. This is the class that you're going to like. Pay attention.
In this area, I haven't had the most luck at all. The way it's gone for me has typically been person is interested. We date for a little bit. Person realizes I deal with a lot of pain. Person doesn't want to deal with it and they're off. The end. And that happens over and over again in varying.
And it happens over and over again. People find out my box is bad and they leave. They get my Pussycat Facts report.
I deal with a lot of pain. Person doesn't want to deal with it and they're off. The end. And that happens over and over again in varying ways. And I get it because I guess to some it feels like a burden, or they might not know how to deal with it, or they might not.
What did I say? What do I always say? Who wears the burden of heartbreak? After they chose this woman because she looked good and everything, then realize, oh, I can't even put it down on you like that. This video's 3 days ago. So this is new work.
Deal with a lot of pain. I haven't had the most luck at all.
And also pay attention. She's doing well in life. She bought a house.
What's going on? What's good? And the thing is, I haven't had the most luck in this area. I haven't had the most luck at all. The way it's gone for me has typically been person is interested. We date for a little bit.
Dating means fucking. Dating means fucking.
We date for a little bit. Person realizes I deal with a lot of pain. Person doesn't want to deal with it and they're off. The end. And that happens over and over again in varying ways. And I get it because I guess to some it feels like a burden, or they might not know how to deal with it, or they might not want to deal with it. It's just a lot. And I can understand that. Yeah.
See that? That's what the Pussycat Facts report can do. That's what the Pussycat Facts report. You pay attention, man. Look at this woman's face. You ain't gonna get no game like this nowhere else. I'm showing off. Look at that woman's face. And guess what she gotta say? Guess what she gotta say based on her Pussycat Facts report? I understand that. And if you don't have that sort of information to present, or the person is not as real as this woman, then it's just never going to happen, because only real women will give you the Pussycat Facts report, man. And she going to look like, oh, they changed her face. You understand? She's not going to be all smiley, because that's what's supposed to hold us.
You know, I get it, because I guess to some it feels like a burden, or they might not know how to deal with it, or they might not want to deal with it. It's just a lot.
Some might not deal with it, and some might not want to deal with it. And what do we always say? The ones that deal with it, nobody's giving them the ringing endorsements of being a saint. We know that they're a saint. She knows, because she got the guys that you would say are not saints. But that's not the case. Those are men who got wind of this woman's Pussycat Facts report score. And it was something on that Pussycat Facts report that they couldn't deal with. And that's all I want for brothers, to be able to pinpoint to the sister, now I can't deal with that. And she's going to say, yo, I understand that, because she know you ain't did nothing to her.
And I get it, because I guess to some it feels like a burden, or they might not know how to deal with it, or they might not want to deal with it. It's just a lot. And I can understand that, but it does hurt. And
it does hurt. Yeah, I'm showing off. I'm breaking this down. It does hurt. What did HD Live say? He was out here fighting with a shield all this time. Now with the Pussycat Facts report, he has a sword and a shield. And what does that bring forth to the Gladiator BW? Hurt. Hurt, nigga. Hurt, nigga.
Just a lot. And I can understand that, but it does hurt. And it's a form of rejection. I take it as
it's a form of rejection. We don't agree with that at all. We don't agree. It's a form of a man having the right, the choice, standard, preference, everything that man desires. Everything.
And it's a form of rejection. I take it as a form of rejection, and I'm hypersensitive to rejection.
I'm hypersensitive to rejection. What got her rejected, class? Because ain't nobody did nothing to her. What got her rejected? This is an important class. This is a great, great class. This shows you men in power. Nobody's harming anybody. This is, like I say, the Pussycat Facts could be used for delight, or you can be, impolite. You can talk to that person and be understanding, or you don't have to understand based on your knowledge of the Pussycat Facts report, which is universal and solid gold. That's why I'm showing you how the Pussycat report affects them. See, because you guys just hear us talking. Nah, listen to her, man. And listen what happens. These are successful men. She got her own house. She want niggas on her level. Those men were on her level. And look what they did when they got wind of that Pussycat Facts report. This is the stuff I've been trying to show y'all and arm y'all with on your own. You understand? This is the shit right here. This is the game. This is the game.
And I get it, because I guess to some it feels like a burden, or they might not know how to deal with it, or they might not want to deal with it. It's just a lot. And I can understand that, but it does hurt. And it's a form of rejection. I take it as a form of rejection, and I'm hypersensitive to rejection. I really struggle with it. And not just your typical, it really gets me down. And I've got too much stuff to do. I've got too many things I have to show up for, so I can't afford to then add getting over rejection to my list of things.
It's not getting over rejection, class. It's just facing the constant reality. Yo, I wonder who my box would be good for. I've tried to lie. I've tried to withhold. I've tried to omit. I've tried to say it the right way. I've tried to endure the pain. I've tried to toughen it out. See, I can't toughen it out with my box, but I could toughen it out because I got stuff to do. I got to show up for my house, my rent, my job. And a lot of times, a lot of men say, ma'am, you know what you are? Ultimate recreation. You're only good when you're able. So you're not you're not old faithful. So when you're feeling good is the only time you need to be playing. You shouldn't require anything out of somebody. You got your own house to tend to. Let's go.
Too many things I have to show up for, so I can't afford to then add getting over rejection to my list of things. So then I end up just, because 9 times out of 10 the people I like don't like me back. So
what did we say? Successful men. What I tell you, the people I like, she's a homeowner, she's light-skinned, nice little body. Any man would love to play in that. But guess what happened? The Pussycat Facts report regulated her to only, let's go there. Fuck it, we going there. The Pussycat Facts report has regulated her to one of these 2 areas. Check out these 2 areas, players. Men should play and not pay. So she's been dealing with men that would play with her and not pay for her. But why? Because she wasn't the nicest, sweetest, healed woman that the man ever met. She got to worry about her job and her house. Or she scored low. Women should pay or follow. And the men that she's dealing with they're only based on her Pussycat Facts report, they're putting her in that column. And she's basically calling that they don't like her like that. No, you've been placed in an alley. That is in a bucket. That is as good as you're going to be treated by those type of men. So it's not the fact that they don't like you. You have been regulated based on your own Pussycat Facts report. You understand me? It ain't the fact that the men don't like her, brothers. Just not the way that she believes she should be liked. But there's something called a Pussycat Facts report where men can put you in this bucket. And she's telling you the experiences of men learning about the Pussycat Facts report. Guess what she got? A house, light skin, doing her thing. And those men would like her, but it's only one thing stopping her.
just because 9 times out of 10 the people I like don't like me back. So do you know what I mean? And then when you get into a situation with someone and then they're just like, oh, you're trying to get down to business or whatever, and they realize, oh, this is hurting her. Oh,
what I teach you niggas, I taught you everything you need to know about box, but I will continue because you don't seem to believe me. You tend to laugh at me when I say, yo, son, these bitches will fuck you with pain, my nigga. Tough it out for your little clown ass, making you feel like you had a fucking merry-go-round. Playing you like a clown. You niggas don't have no idea how deep this game run, nigga, on you, pimp. And you way smarter than that. I'm not going to say you're a clown or anything like that. I'm just saying you didn't understand. And like I say, these fucking tough ass gladiators will deal with it in pain just so you can get your rocks off. And you don't want to make out with nobody like that. You want to make out with somebody who you believe you actually putting it down on, son.
When you get into a situation with someone and then they're just like, oh, you're trying to get down to business or whatever, and they realize, oh, this is hurting her. Oh, okay, and they feel guilty, right? There are alternative things that can be done to alleviate the pain, but often, in my experience, they haven't been willing to stick around long enough to even explore those with me.
There you go. What's the real story, Prince? She wants to be good, man. She wish her box was right, like the rest of the regular women. That's the real story here. Secondary is that she can understand why men wouldn't want her. A man can go get somebody else that he can put it down on. Come on now.
Right? There are alternative things that can be done to alleviate the pain, but often, in my experience, they haven't been willing to stick around long enough to even explore those with me.
Who the hell do you think you are to determine the time that I need to explore that? You're supposed to tell me that off the rip. What's the best stuff? And that's the reason why we came out with the Pussycat Facts report, because they don't determine what time you become smart for what you want, brother. Fuck you mean they don't stick around long? Well, how fucking long was he supposed to stick around to find out the right way to do it? That means that means she's running laps around me. That means she got me in a trick bag. I will not allow that. Fuck you mean? Don't stick around. Well, how fucking long is it gotta be?
Guilty, right? There are alternative things that can be done to alleviate the pain, but often, in my experience, they haven't been willing to stick around long enough to even explore those with me. So, because they're just like, well, you're very delicate, or and it's like
It's not your very delicate. Your box ain't shit. For a nigga like me that like to put it down, you can't cut it. Fuck you mean very delicate. You're mad that they're willing to play delicate with you because you know that they can go get thumpy with someone else. Come on. You cannot reword this. We're professionals. I've taught these niggas everything, man. You can't reword it on them.
well, you're very delicate, or and it's like the anticipation that it will feel painful. In my case, it adds to the pain, but also the thought that this person is potentially just gonna go after this, that makes things even more.
The potential that this person is going to go after experiencing my whack ass pussy really makes me feel sad. Hello? Could anybody blame the player? This is the conversation that's out here now, players. This is the New Testament, players. 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 Who's winning in this conversation? The player or the gladiator? Player. Come on, players. Come on now. I'm giving you the winning game here. Who's the winner here? The players that got that box and moved on because it wasn't right? Or her, the one that's feeling bad because they got to go after and really go get some pussy? Which one is it? Talk to me in the chat, B.
Long enough to even explore those with me. So, because they're just like, well, you're very delicate, or and it's like the anticipation that it will feel painful. In my case, it adds to the pain, but also the thought that this person is potentially.
Come on, man. Look, niggas got chats on the screen. It's all colorful and everything. Pop off.
Just gonna go after this. That makes things even more tense for me as well. If you can relate to this, please let me know, because it's just it is quite.
HD Live, I have come up with a new theory. HD Live, I've come up with a new game plan. Well, you're not a clown. You mean ass nigga. I came up with a new theory. When we watch these videos, remember, I always wanted to comment. So the class, I'm putting your class in the real world now. After we listen to this story or these stories, I want you guys we want to come up. I want you niggas to, what should we comment to her? That's what I want from you guys. She dropped this video 3 days ago. Now, what does that do? That lets us comment on her, and then maybe she'll go check our page for the Pussycat Facts report so she can understand, no, we after you. You understand? Now, because this deserves a comment. Ma'am, you ain't shit. Let's go.
Tense for me as well. If you can relate to this, please let me know, because it's just it is quite difficult talking about this. It's but I'm assuming if I'm going through it, there has to be someone else. Just
there you go. Misery loves company. Misery loves company. You hear it firsthand anytime I show you. It has to be someone else. So what does that mean, Prince? If it didn't happen to her, she wouldn't give a fuck about all the other women who going through it. That's what it means. What would you suggest to her, Prince? Go ahead and buy you a man, somebody who can deal with your bullshit. Your pussy ain't shit. You got that sparing fuck, and love is love. It's not even that serious because I know you want your pussy to matter to somebody, but that's out. You said you have pain while doing it. Yeah, that type of box ain't gonna matter. I'm sorry.
Just at least one person somewhere who's also experiencing what I'm experiencing. And I'm just like, yeah, maybe it's just not in my story to be with someone. I don't know.
There we go. See? Why did the prince give her the right suggestion? Because we know where her mind is headed. And when niggas say, hold the fuck up. Hold the fuck up. And when niggas say,
single as French toast.
when niggas hold the fuck up. Hold up.
Single as French toast.
Why? When niggas say that is why. I gave her the suggestion, ma'am, you need to pay for a man to be with you. You are fucked up out here. But look at this selfish bitch. She got a house, she got money, she got a dog. And instead of paying for a man to be with her and do for her and go get the orange juice and take care of her and somebody she could call when something happened to her and she can be babied, she and in her good days she give a sparing fuck or whatever the case is. She would rather just be single, nobody helping out, and then when she feels good, she go get a sparing fuck. And this is all because she knows that her pussy is not good enough like the other women that could make a man stick around and do for her. So she'll just like throw her sneakers up on the wires and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? We don't want that for the sisters. Bitch, you need to pay somebody to be with you. It is what it is. I mean, you're paying for a dog. Why wouldn't you pay for somebody that baby your ass? You need it. But she don't want to hear what I got to say. But I think that might be my comment. What's going to be you guys' comment?
At least one person somewhere who's also experiencing what I'm experiencing. And I'm just like, yeah, maybe it's just not in my story to be with someone. I don't know. Because I just, you know what, if you are in a relationship and you found someone who's understanding, like, how have you done this? Because I just...
Ma'am, it's called, first of all, it's called a saint. That's first of all. It's only a saint of a man that can do that. Clearly, you haven't run against, but there are things that you can help. You can either pay for a saint and he'll be a saint for you for a fee, or you could really, really be a great person. I don't think you can be a really great person because you still want your box to matter to a man, but your life has taught you that it doesn't. So trying to find out a solution, but you don't want to hear from us, is going to hurt you.
My story to be with someone, I don't know. Because
maybe it's not my story to be with someone. Well, whose fault would it be? Not the man.
And I'm just like, yeah, maybe it's just not in my story to be with someone. I don't know. Because I just, you know what, if you are in a relationship and you found someone who's understanding, like, how have you done this? Because I just, maybe it's the people I'm coming across, I don't know. But I just haven't found that person who's like, yeah, do you know what? I haven't felt safe.
There you have it. Safe from what, Prince? Safe from what? Unfortunately, guys, her pussy. She haven't felt safe from her own pussy. It's supposed to do what the other women's pussy do. It's supposed to hook a man, make a man, do all that shit that she see on TV. Hers don't do it.
But I just haven't found that person who's like, yeah, do you know what? I haven't felt safe. I haven't felt safe enough. Yeah, I haven't felt safe enough with anyone to feel relaxed during certain moments. And it's an important part of a relationship. We can't beat around the bush with that. And where that's something that does cause discomfort, I've just avoided relationships altogether. I've avoided it because I'm like, well, what's the point? Because it's going to get to that. That's going to be an issue. They're not going to be interested. And so I kind of count myself out, which isn't the best way to go about it.
Okay? Does that sound like somebody that thinks the best of their pussy? The way we think about our eggplants? Our eggplants, we think the world of ourselves. Does that sound like somebody that thinks the world of herself? Does that sound like somebody that thinks that she's equal to a man? With all her accomplishments, with her house and her BMW? That sound like somebody with high self-esteem? Internally, yeah, you can put on clothes. Yeah, that's fine. You could make sure that you're not bald-headed, put the extensions on. That's fine.
But I've just avoided relationships with with anyone to feel relaxed during certain moments, and it's an important part of a relationship. You know, we can't beat around the bush with that. And where that's something that does cause discomfort, I have just avoided relationships altogether. I've avoided it because I'm like, well, what's the point? Because it's going to get to that. That's going to be an issue. They're not going to be interested. And so
It's going to get to that. What is it going to get to, Prince? The Pussycat Facts Report. It's going to be an issue if my men had the Pussycat Facts Report. And men are not going to be interested in women that look as good as you because of the Pussycat Facts Report. So while you may think that you look better than a big back fat black bitch, you know that men don't think that of you. You know that the big black fat bitch, unfortunately, is better for the men than you through your own life experience. Now that has to hurt.
kind of count myself out, which isn't the best way to go about it. But I guess at this point, it's a defense mechanism because I'm just like, I don't know. It will have to take something really, really drastic to find someone who.
That's why. What's your guys' comment? My comment is, ma'am, you need to pay for a man. Stop thinking that your box can garner the love and the admiration that men give to women with normal functioning boxes. Yeah, my comment is gonna be wicked. What's you guys' comment is gonna be? My comment is boss talk. My comment is, ma'am, you need to pay for somebody to be with you. You ever considered that? After all, your box won't get it. That admiration that women's pussy get, normal women, it's not happening for you. But I can see you purchasing a man's loyalty. Yeah, fellas, we got to get active. We got to change this thing brick by brick. This is a brick by brick scenario. HD Live, nigga got comments popping on the screen. Let's check them out. Now they got bad box. They're going to run and hide and be miserable instead of just reorganizing their box management skills. They're lazy and don't want to put in no self-discipline and protect their box.
All these German shepherds.
You know, and this isn't a woe is me kind of situation, but I've just been thinking about it, and I've just been thinking about, like, ahead, will there be a point where, you know, because I know they exist, but I've not had the experience of meeting anyone who is both interested in me in that way and is also willing to stick around and deal with the effects of someone who has a chronic illness.
There you go, guys. Now you understand why women won't give you the Pussycat Facts Report? Because they want you to be able to stick around, build that love, and then spring this information up on you. So they're happy that you don't know shit about pussy, player. They're happy about that. But that time comes. Will that pussy be good enough? Will the way you are as a person be good enough for that man to grind it out with you? It's not impossible to find. But a lot of those women did it undercover. They didn't tell that man straight up. You understand? He had to fuck him. He had to be in love with him first. You heard what she said? Because I don't feel safe to just tell people. I get it.
But yeah, I just wanted to just talk about it. I haven't covered all of the areas, but I don't want this to be a 30-minute long situation. But yeah, if you are also experiencing this, like how
Come on, guys. You know, even the prince, man, even the prince feel bad for the bitch. Let's go.
how are you navigating it? Yeah, yeah.
Feel bad for the bitch, huh? You know what I mean? We're strong black men. We, you know. Let's get to the comment section so you brothers can understand. Ooh, this is all too relatable. Okay? Hold on. This bitch got a whole paragraph. I wish I could invite you for coffee and talk about this again. You're speaking from my soul. I have so many similar experiences, and I even had a person ghost me when they found out I was on medication. I also find myself thinking maybe it's not a part of my story. But then it makes me sad. I even think that because there are people who went to prison and found love, my biggest pain is how healthy my friends talk to me about minor issues like a cold for hours. But when I mention my chronic illness, they are quiet or dismiss me with something like, at least it's not worse, or everyone feels that way. I take taxis to and from hospitals. Unfortunately, majority of people are oblige without realizing it, and it causes incredible loneliness for people with chronic illness. There you go. Oh my God, they ghosted you over that as if it's your fault. Honestly, some people are so individualistic and self absorbed. They have no concern for anyone's need other than their own. I was having a chat with someone not too long ago who mentioned that they were often seen as disposable. And if we're not working properly, we get swapped out or discarded. That's the power that men have. You hear me? It's not a game. This makes me so sad, and I hear the rejection sensitivity part. I'm believing your person is out there on your behalf. That's right. That's right. You hear me? I can relate with my disability and being in pain so often. I've given up on dating since 2023. You hear me? Now I'm gonna comment. Being that your class is gonna leave the professor out here on our own, let us leave a comment. Okay? Ma'am, have you ever thought about no. Ma'am, you need to buy you a man the way you bought that house. The way you bought that house. Men should have the right to choose what is best for them. What is best for their pleasure for their lives. Ma'am, you need to buy you a man the same way you bought that house. Men should have the right to choose what is best for their pleasure for their lives. In your case, your box. Oh, too many characters. I might have to reword that. The way you bought that house, you need to be babied taken care of by a man. You need to be taken care of by a man. Because you pay. Because you pay, not because of your box. Wake up. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, ma'am.
Her womb is so polluted. I can't even have a fucking little baby with her. You're not gonna eat me.
If you want to crown them, then crown their ass.
You're just a flightless bird.
If you want to crown them, then crown their ass. But they are who we thought they were.
I'm about to send this message, pimp. Let's go. Post that. What you got to do? Okay, HD Live, I posted it. Send her back to the Pussycat Facts Report channel, and she can understand what we're doing. You understand? She's going to go check our page. And guess what? We're going to put her on our channel as well as a Pussycat Facts Report advocate. This is going to be nice. I like where we're going with this, guys. We got to start telling these women, let that man go. Buy you a man. Pussycat Facts Report in.
This is just a shout out to Pooh because as y'all can see, I done cried off half of my lashes and my makeup and went to the movies tonight. So if y'all already saw, our last video was us going to the movies. And I told y'all I didn't get to finish the video because I ended up being sick. So this is me being sick. Obviously, I'm able to record now because I feel better. Come on, y'all. But with me having endometriosis, we're always trying to include you guys and tell you guys like what's going on. I ended up having a flare up tonight. My body has just been fighting so much lately, so I've been having flare ups more and more. But I had a flare up while we were leaving the movies, and then just as we were on our way home, it just started getting worse and worse. So right now, she has me in the bed with a heating pad.
Okay. This is lesbian. Let's go to this one.
To know them, and I'll tell them my condition. The first thing they'll say is, "Oh, does sex hurt?" Why the fuck are you asking me about sex when I don't know you, bro? Like, I don't know you. Even people that I've spoken to for months have never ever asked that question. So why would you ask me that? Even both of my exes, they never once asked me that, and I was with them for a hot second. So why do you think you can ask me that? Like, that's just weird. Like, out of all the questions you could ask me, prior to that, I'm explaining to you how my condition has affected me to do with like just living life in general, how I've had two operations because I had that question in a second. 2 operations at a time, how I haven't been able to work, keep a job, how I'm in pain all the time, and that's the first thing that comes to your mind. You're crazy, you're insane, so first. And
so she was telling the guy about her condition with her box and everything, and he asked her, well, are you able to have sex? And she's trying to go off on him like, why is that even on your mind? And what does the prince say to something like that? I say like HD Live say, fuck you mean it ain't none of my business. Like, why would you want to be alone in this journey? I mean, it's embarrassment that you have to face. And like I said, the girl earlier, she said, yo, they'll just sit there by themselves and they'll do this type of shit, talk to the internet And they think we don't know what's going on. They think they are wholesome beings unless they're honest, like some of these sisters. Or they got them a good man that's upholding their swag. It's a beautiful thing when you see it.
Focus on this. Woo, child. When you put yourself first, I should talk like this. Hey, let me put my feet up. Get comfortable. The what?
Gotta understand what's going on here, guys. All this stuff is fine and dandy, but her box is fucked up.
Show off my tail. Y'all think I spent £850 and 6.5 hours of my life to not show this off? But anyways, sorry. I'm such a kid. When you focus on yourself and when you spend so much time just isolating to know them, and
all right, let's move on, man.
Hi guys. One question I always get asked a lot, especially when I'm on TikTok live, is how it is dating with endometriosis. I'm gonna quickly answer the question before I go to the hospital. Dating with endo, I feel like it's not that significantly different in comparison to how I dated before I was diagnosed with endo. I feel like now that I'm older, I obviously have more boundaries and my standards are up. My standards have always been up there.
My standards are up more because I got endo now.
I was raised a certain way. I have so many brothers, like, they've always taught me, and just my mum as well, like, always taught me, like, to know my worth, blah, 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 blah. And I'm extremely spoiled, so, yeah. But I feel like a lot of things, like empathy, communication, consideration, communication. But communication is not just listening, it's talking, your tone of voice, your facial expressions, your body language, your tone. There's so many layers on the communication. Being able to handle intense and stressful moments is important to me as well, because with endo, like, things can literally take a turn so fast. I feel like if you follow me or see my videos, I can make literally a video an hour ago of me just laughing or talking about endo, and then the next day I'm in hospital. So things can happen very, very quickly. And I thought
I could be making a video and the next day I'm in the hospital. So who does she have standards on? Will somebody like that put standards on any of you players? Because somebody like that put standards on you niggas. That you gonna be with this person and they laugh and next thing you know, you taking them to the hospital. For what, Prince? Ain't nothing happens her box. What that mean for you, player? You can't get none. What's the beauty worth?
Being with someone who kind of folds under pressure, like stresses out to the point where they get irritated and whatever and snappy, like I can't do that. Naturally, when things are intense, you're gonna be stressed. But I feel like just knowing how to handle intense moments and knowing how to handle intense moments in a healthy way. Like I've dated some people, sorry, I have to change that. But I've dated some people and like I'll tell them I have endometriosis and they'll just be like, oh, I'm sorry to hear that, I hope you get better soon, as if it's a cold. And then I've dated some people, well not dated, but I've talked to some people and told them about my endo and they're like, oh my God, like I'm gonna research it. They'll come back in like 10 minutes and be like, that sounds insane. How do you cope? Like what do you do when you feel sad? Is there anything that you would want? Like, is there anything I can do? Not me, but the guy, the husband, is there anything that he can do to help? Like, how should he react when I feel like this? Blah, 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 blah. So I feel like when someone asks questions and they're curious, that kind of draws me to them a bit more because I'm like, okay. Yep.
There you go. Somebody who can put up with it. That's all they looking for, a player. And what's the key? What's the key? I told them. No. I want my brothers to be able to ask you before you believe the time is right for you to tell them. That's the key, players. So she can't think of you as some good little boy that's talking about, oh, I'm going to go research it and then come back to you. No, you're well versed. I ain't got to go research shit. Keep telling y'all niggas, this is the winning hand, that they can have this info on you about let's just say your counterpart, your op, your sister, your lover, withholding info on you that you could possibly care about, but most certainly it's important to you.
Yeah, and I feel good because it's like, alright, cool. Even if you don't end up together, like at least I'm giving you that awareness on this condition that, God forbid, could affect your whoever, you know, or you might know, the guy might know someone with painful periods and might go to them and be like, oh, I've had this thing called endometriosis. I know some girl who suffers with it. Like, you should go doctor. You know what I mean? I've spoken to some guys and like when I'm unwell, I just feel I'm hungry. They'll be like, oh, I'm mad. And then I'll date some guys and tell them I'm hungry. They'll be like, do you want me to come bring you food? Do you want me to order you food? What's your favourite snacks? What's your favourite drinks? What do you drink and eat when you feel sick? What do you drink and eat when you're craving stuff? Like, do you know what I mean? I've dated guys straight away, they'll ask me, does sex hurt? No, I haven't dated them. I can stop saying dated because it will never get to that stage. But yeah, they'll instantly ask me, oh, right, does sex hurt? See, that's just too horny. Like, come on. Like, I had to tell him, like, because this happened like 2 or 3 times. I had to tell, well, I blocked the other 2, but there was one where I was just like, do you think this is an appropriate question to ask?
There you go, guys. The brothers asked what they cared about. Does sex hurt? She blocked 2 of them and then asked the other one, do you think this is an appropriate question to ask? Who the fuck determines that? So I'm supposed to fuck you and you in pain. I'm not doing that. I keep telling you niggas, these are the laps that they're running around you with. Until you can understand this and you continuously watch stupid shit on YouTube, which I don't mind after you got the class, so you can really hear what's going on. Until you got this game, you just a lost nigga, man. Let's just call it what it is. Remember, she gets to ask the question, do you think that's appropriate because the man is uninformed? She was telling him. He wasn't equipped with the P.C.F. facts report to bring it up to her. That hair connected to the hat or her head. One thing we know, she won't take it off for the cam.
I'm extremely private when it comes to certain things.
By the way, I'm extremely private when it comes to certain things. Against who? Against who, Prince? Against the men. So I'm just supposed to walk around thinking your shit is the shit. But you get to play with me thinking I'm putting some King Kong eggplant in you and you're screaming like you're crazy. Because you're really in pain and I got to lessen my thumping and all this bullshit. Nah. That's horrible. That's a horrible life. All because somebody's holding a secret from me? Fuck that. That's crazy.
Times I'm like, I'm in pain, my body's mess. And this obviously depends on the person's like financial circumstances and stuff.
Depends on the person's financial circumstances, whether I gut it out and give them a decent fucking pain or I'll tell a nigga I'm just in pain.
Like there have been times where I'm like, I'm in pain, my body's mess. And this obviously depends on the person's like financial circumstances and stuff. But the person's like, in pain, my body's mess. And this obviously depends on the person's like financial circumstances and stuff. Like there have been times where I'm like, I'm in pain, my body's mess.
Let's start with that one. Let's start with that one. Because that's the one that I always talk about. Well, I talk about both of them. I will not fuck a nigga. I will use my sickness as an excuse on days when I'm feeling good. I'll say, oh, my body's in pain. You know, I got that endo and all that. That's why we said with the P.C.F. facts report, you get to make the choice. Whether you want to deal with that. It's not on her to be telling you all this shit. Because you never know what day is the real one. It's an endless fucking game. How the fuck can I help these niggas, King Disagreeable, if they just not gonna understand what I'm saying? And I understand why, because niggas ain't really, in the sex world like that. That shit is crazy, son. Everything that I teach you niggas, she'll lie and say, oh, I'm in pain on the day she's not in pain. Where the fuck you gonna get that kind of game at? Where are you gonna get that kind of game?
In private when it comes to certain things. Like there have been times where I'm like, oh, I'm in pain, my body's mess. And this obviously depends on the person's like financial stuff.
So I'm gonna say I'm in pain depending on the guy's financial situation. So if he got the right money, I'm not gonna be in pain. But I don't believe that part. I believe she'll fuck him in pain. So while he's feeling good, like he putting it down for his money, she's like, you know.
So might be like, oh, I'll book you a spa day. I don't know, buy me a hot water bottle, whatever it may be. I feel like for me, like I literally suffer with chronic fatigue due to my condition. So when I say I don't have energy or time to waste, I literally don't. I feel like I did when I was younger. Like I had energy, I had time. Now I literally have none. I have sleeping bags 24/7. I'm literally sleep deprived since the day I was born. So like when I say I have no time to waste, I literally have no time and no energy to waste. I feel like as well for me, it's about having discernment and being self-aware and kind of weaving through who I feel like is serious and who I feel like could handle it and who's not. And just
weaving through who I feel like is serious, who I feel like can handle it. What does that mean? That means you are having laps ran around you. You are in the gray area. You don't know which way to go, nigga. For your money. How the fuck am I supposed to help this shit? But that's why I told y'all I like these videos that I found today. Man, this is the game. This is past everything. You done got the good looking girl. Your money, your success, everything played out right. She was on you. You ain't have to do much. It was love. And she got a whole roster with her bad pussy. If you don't got more money than the other niggas, she'll tell you, nah, I feel bad to that. You understand me? If you do got the money, she'll fuck you in discomfort. And you just thought you put it down. Tough sledding for my players out here. Let me tell you. That is not what you want to be in the middle of. I'm telling you, you don't even know if you getting the real, return feelings from the bitch. You don't know. On top of having to go to the hospital. Yeah, so I got crazy work on this end. I gotta go to the store for my Gladiator. I know niggas ain't want to hear that. I gotta go to the store for this bitch, but I got more on this end. I probably want to do another class on this shit. I like the work that they're putting down on this. This is that real work. Shit, niggas you ain't gonna never see this nowhere else. I could stand on that right there. You're never gonna see this anywhere else where the woman is telling you, yo, I got bad box. I got a roster of niggas. Now with my bad box, I tell my niggas. So I get to use it as an excuse depending on the financial situation of that man. And yeah, even though he got the finances, I'm in pain anyway. I'll just do it for discomfort. Because like I told y'all earlier, I could be laughing and the next day I'm in the hospital. So he's not getting some pure, accurate box. It don't matter which one it is. It's all on how I'm playing these niggas. Man, that's game. That's game. That's what you're dealing with in the UK and America. Many other places, but you know, these bitches are the worst. Shit. Yo, son, you know what it is, King. Disagreeable. I always one thing I learned in life. I'm gonna tell you something I learned in life, man, involving this box stuff. Really opened my eyes. As much work as I put in all over the globe, I would still have some of the people that chose me to want to, you know, take care of me and everything. They still had the ability on any given time, no matter what this, and you know, it didn't have to be. Who knows what it was, but they would disregard my professional eggplant while it was in them. So it always humbled me, not for them, just for the sake of, man, as much of a pro as I am, if they could disregard my shit, these other niggas don't stand a chance. If they could disregard players like us, King, at any instant, it lets you know the power of the box. That's first and foremost. And then second of all, you like, niggas less than me don't stand a chance out here. Are you kidding me? These people are gladiators. I was saying that shit. That shit broke me down to size because I was like, oh, you could disregard this professional eggplant. Oh, so it really don't matter. It really don't matter. And if you way more King Kong than me, it's pretty much discomfort for the bitch. You know, whenever you know, decide to kill a bitch or whatever. Pause. Get in these situations where somebody's trying to purposely misfuck you. You realize, oh, I gotta get mine. You realize something's a little something. I see what this is. Like, it's a lot to all this box stuff, man. You know, but one thing they can't take away from you is your professionalism with your eggplant. It's been tested all over the places you've been, pimp. It is what it is. Nobody could take that from you. They could try to disregard it, but that's all an act. But just the fact that they would do it, you're like, oh shit. So this thing could, oh. So if you was fucking a nigga that's way less than me, you would just be like faking and bullying. Wow. Crazy. Crazy work, man.
Like, apart from that, like, if someone's unserious, I can easily tell, like, please don't try and love bomb me or whatever. That literally does not work with me at all. But also for myself as well, like, if I am dating someone, although I am the one with the condition, I also try my best to not project how I feel onto them. So, like, if I'm unwell, I will try and communicate that. If I need a bit of space just because I'm in a lot of pain and I feel overwhelmed, I will communicate that. Because there are times where, like, I am in so much pain that I don't want to talk to no one. I just need to be by myself in my own little bubble for a bit. And it's important for myself and the other person to kind of like understand that and have that understanding with one another so that they don't get offended. So, like, although I'm the one with the condition, I also need to do my part as well. If I'm talking to someone, taking them serious, whatever it may be. Honestly, when I say I have no time to waste, like, I literally have no time to waste. Like, I just want to find my husband and get married in August or whatever. No, I'm joking. But yeah, that's it. I feel like I was kind of mumbling towards it, and I'm sorry, I'm hungry. I'm hungry. I'm going to the hospital, so. Hi, guys.
There you have it, guys. What more you need to hear, man? At this particular moment. I mean, I have plenty more, but I gotta do this shit with my gladiator. I am happy for this class though, because niggas, this is game and a half, boy. My goodness. I got some powerful videos for you niggas.
What's good, gorgeous people? So I wanted to talk about having endometriosis and being in relationships and intimacy. And this is something I don't really find easy to talk about, but I really want to talk about it because it's been on my mind a lot lately. Been locked in for the past 2 or 3 years where I haven't even thought about dating because I've just been locked in to just getting this house and getting certain things out of life. And now that I've got my house, I'm just like, oh, okay, what's going on? What's good? And the thing is, I haven't had the most luck in this area. I haven't had the most luck at all. The way it's gone for me has typically been person is interested. We date for a little bit. Person realizes I deal with a lot of pain. Person doesn't want to deal with it and they're off. The end. And that happens over and over again in varying ways. And I get it because I guess
Yo, HD Live, this shit better be the shit, player. You better be cooking. You better be cooking. Let's go. You got the white boy, okay.
what's good, gorgeous people? So I wanted to talk about how we date for a little bit. Person realizes I deal with a lot of pain. Person doesn't want to deal with it and they're off. The end. And that happens over and over again in varying ways.
There you have it, guys. That's it. That's the P.C.F. report in a nutshell.
Is interested. We date for a little bit. Person realizes I deal with a lot of pain. Person doesn't want to deal with it and they're off.
That's it. That's the power I want you niggas to have. All right, so I'll come back later, man.